Hi, my name's Kurt, and I'm a social entrepreneur. My father's here, and he pointed out this is a lot like a Unitarian revival meeting. I'm one of those few people who was actually born and raised in the Unitarian Church, unlike the vast majority of the population of that church, so that's how we recognize it. Unlike the wonderful folks you saw yesterday and some of the ones you've seen today, I'm not somebody who most of you have heard of, but I come here representing an organization that I think most of you have heard of. It's called Slow Food. I've been involved with Slow Food for about 10 years, and I'm going to get to that in a little bit more detail in a second, but just to give you a little bit of background on myself, I'm a cook and a writer. I have a restaurant in Iowa City, Iowa, right off exit 244 on I-80, I can drive across the country. It's darn good food. It's called devotee. That word is a play on words, really. There's the term devotee with the two E's and the little accent thing that means somebody who's really devoted to or passionate about something, and we changed the spelling to T-A-Y so that it came out devotee, and it's sort of a tribute to our children whose names are Devin and Taylor. And there are true sources of sustenance and joy, so they're the ones that we named the thing after. And we buy all of our meat, all of our dairy, and about 60% of everything else that we serve from within 100 to 150 miles.
Excellent.
Not that easy when you're in the belly of the agribusiness beast, and we have something that, well, you Vermonters are familiar with. We call it winter. Last time I was here was 7 years ago for a Slow Food Congress, the second national Congress. The first one was in a barn in Bolinas, California. Then the second one was here in a barn again. And it was then that it occurred to me that all great movements throughout history were born in barns. For those of you who aren't familiar with Slow Food, I think most of you really are, but I want to give you a quick elevator speech about what it is. Slow Food is a national, well, it's a global network, about 150,000 members worldwide. We have 28,000 members, dues-paying members right here in the U.S. We've doubled our membership in the last year, and part of that was because of the, thank you. Part of that was because of the efforts last fall in a program we did called Time for Lunch. It is still ongoing, where our goal was to raise by $1 the amount that the federal government contributes to each and every school meal. We're getting part of the way. Progress is a good thing. But Slow Food's general mission is to connect food and pleasure with awareness and responsibility. What we're trying to create is a good, clean, and fair food system. And the current food system, as most of you know, is none of those things. And what we mean by good, clean, and fair is that it's good as in good tasting, good for you, good for the farmers and the earth. Clean as in there's nothing in the food that isn't food. And if it wasn't food 100 years ago, it's not food now. And by fair we mean that the people who are preparing the food should get justly compensated for the work that they put into it. We do this through a wide variety of activities, from the very large and global, like Terra Madre and the Foundation for Biodiversity and the Salone del Busto, all the way down to the very small and local little get-togethers of a few people tasting different kinds of salt, or going to a farm to help people plant and that sort of thing. We have a fall campaign coming up this fall. You're going to be hearing a great deal more about. It's a national day of action, somewhat similar to what our Time for Lunch thing kicked off with last year. And it is not quite named yet, although I'm hoping that they choose National Barn Raising. The idea is to encourage our membership to all go out on one day all across the country and do anything to improve the food system. This could be a crop mob, this could be build a chicken coop for a school garden, this could be mobilizing a farmer's market, that is to say, take one of the farmer's markets that's usually planted somewhere in your town, pick it up, put it someplace where they don't have as much access to these things. And that's how Slow Food is building its network. We first create awareness, and then we try to drive some sort of action from those people who become aware, and then deepen their engagement, and then get them to go out and create awareness again. and it's a roundabout circle, and that's how we've been able to grow so quickly. I do a lot of writing online mostly, and I publish a magazine some of you have heard of. There are 64 of them around the country, Edible Communities, Speaking of Social Entrepreneurship, a marvelous business model that I'm very proud to be a part of. I have a few copies with me. Most of you have an edible somewhere near where you live, including the wonderful edible Green Mountains right here in Vermont. And the thing that I wrote about a couple of days ago that those of you who've seen the blog Sybil Eats might have seen, I wrote a review of the great sage and father of modern agrarian thought, Wendell Berry's latest collection of essays. Some of them recycled, some of them new. And there were a couple of points in there that really struck me, and I'm going to close with two of them. Right at the very first page, he said something that makes sense to this group in particular. He said, in ordering the economy of a household, or a community, or a nation, I would put nature first, the economies of land use second, the manufacturing economy third, and the consumer economy fourth, which you might notice is exactly the reverse of what we have right now. Then, in one of his renewed essays in there, he said my all-time favorite Wendell Berry quotation: whether or not we and our politicians know it, nature is a party to all our deals and decisions. And she has more votes, a longer memory, and a sterner sense of justice than we do. These ideas that Slow Food is espousing, that Slow Money is espousing, that all these wonderful organizations that are represented here are espousing, this view of a good, clean, and fair food system, of a localized food system, is going to come to pass. I personally guarantee it.
Yes.
Our only problem is that it's either going to come the easy way or the hard way. And make no mistake, the easy way is by no means easy. But the hard way is desperately, Dust Bowl hard. We fail to heed the warnings of the visionaries we've seen here today at ours and our children's peril. Thank you.